I've got, since this is such a special episode for us, Kate, I'd like to do a little cold open here where I treat you to a poem that was written by a modern master of the written language, Anselm Douglas. Okay?
Okay.
Well, the party was nice. The party was pumping. Hey, yippee-i-o. And everybody having a ball. Huh, yippee-i-o. I tell the fellas, start the name calling. Yippee-yi-o. And the girls respond to the call. I heard a woman shout, who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? What do you think, Kate? Fitting?
He's back.
He's back, baby!
Guess who's back? Back again.
Okay, theme song. Attention shoppers. We've got to clean up on ILH.
What the other wolves think?
A true crime cleanup on ILH.
Diabolical.
Starting now.
Oh, he's telling you that she's bats.
Howdy, whole heads. Kurt Money here, alongside my co-host.
Kateline.
And we're here to discuss the triumphant return of the one, the only Dennis MURPHDOG Murphy.
Here's Dennis Murphy with Deadly Mischief.
What do you think, Kate?
I am over the moon.
Uh-huh.
I'm so glad he's okay.
Yep.
He's looking good, and boy, did we miss him. It's been how many months, Kurt?
Well, it's been 10 minus 3 is 7. 19 months? March of 2024. March 15th of 2024 was the last time he had a new episode, I believe.
That's crazy.
I know. And here's the funny thing. This is going to be a victory lap for us that MURPHDOG's okay and our boy's back. But is it really a return? This is an updated episode. He only did 1 or 2 new interviews. And the first hour, solid hour, is just the old episode. Because we're talking about the Markel and the Adelson case again. Mm-hmm. So, like, do we...
It counts.
Right.
It counts.
It does. But do you think that he would, if this wasn't his case, would he be back? I wonder.
Well, now you got me bumming.
I know. I can't help it, though, because I'm watching this. I listened to our old Up in This. Oh, I'll say that first. Listen, Holt Lads, this one's going to be a weird one because, well, not a weird one, but this is the second time now where we haven't updated on a previous case that we covered. So if you want to hear the deets of the case, go back to episode 33 from April 11th, 2024, entitled Family Matters. You can peep the app and come back. And I listened to it, and it was a classic because Kay wasn't having it. She was like, this isn't a Dateline, too much trial talk.
Oh, there was so much trial.
Yeah.
That's not a Dateline. Man, that's something else.
I believe it is.
And then you try to spoil how the whole thing went down, and I bleeped out what you said for like 2 straight minutes. It was fun times. And then at the end of the description, it says, for what will surely be, I think I said, like, stay tuned for the Donna episode, which will surely be an updated Dateline in early 2025. Now, it's not early 2025, but as promised, this is part 2 of that episode.
And you know what?
What's up?
This episode, not so much trial.
What? The only thing they added was an additional trial.
No.
They added trial, Kate.
They cut all of the son's trial. Not all of it, but they cut it way back. Like, it's not, the last half was just all his before. And now they split the last half between him and his mom. So it's better.
No,
and we heard from new people, character witnesses for the mom.
On trial, dog. First of all, there's no new son stuff other than, I mean, there is because he was needed in case they called him to the stand. But what they added was Donna's trial. So, I mean, I gotta disagree with you, Kate. This is more trial, dude. More trial.
It flowed much better, Kurt.
Okay, fair. So the first hour is word for word the previous ep with some stuff cut out. But I don't think we even need to go through that truly. So, I mean, what we're going to talk about today is Donna's trial. And there's plenty to talk about. I was dying, cracking up at this episode.
But you know what? They cut out stuff that I really wish they had kept in. Like
what?
The stuff talking about, you remember how, like, Wendy only got her job because her husband forced them to hire her?
Yeah.
None of that was
Yeah.
in there. None of the shady stuff about Wendy was in there.
Yeah. It was just more, like, they touch on Wendy in this, and they say that, like, she's in the paperwork. She's a unindicted co-conspirator. Mm-hmm. She's responsible in some ways. It's just a matter of will they be able to charge her with it. But yeah, you're right. They did kind of take out all that stuff.
And they took out the Jewish bullying that Donna did about how Well, they added something that we didn't know before, but they took out the whole example of how it went down, about how all those like disparaging text messages she sent about how Dan and his family are like too Jewish. Even though
Right. Now,
the Adelsons are also Jewish.
they are Jewish, and this came out in Donna's trial, so I don't know if... Because they said something that I brought to the episode because I read that thick-ass book this guy wrote that they talk about again. I read Extreme Punishment, and I brought to the table that Donna suggested converting them to Catholicism just to piss them off.
I love that.
Right? And that came
is
up
so crazy.
They introduced another email exchange, with Donna urging Wendy to take bizarre steps to gain the upper hand in the custody fight. If your children are baptized, it doesn't make them Christian, it's an act.
Yeah, and also, the dressing them up as Hitler Youth was also in Extreme Punishment. I just didn't bring it up. But what's your reaction? Also kind of crazy, right?
Yes.
Dan was devoutly Jewish. She wanted to put the kids in Hitler Youth uniforms as a way of infuriating and angering Dan.
And so that was brought up in Donna's trial, but I like to think that they listened to our episode and they were like, God, that was in the book. We should have.
Totally.
We should have said that, because that to me kind of sinks her. Like, they bring up character witnesses for her, like her best bud.
Yeah.
And they're like, does she have an evil bone in her body? Is she mad at anybody? Does she care about anybody else but herself? And everything that this lady says is null and void. It's like, you don't understand. We know that she wanted to convert them to Catholicism and put them in Hitler Youth outfits, lady.
Yeah.
Like, you can't fight this.
She admitted all that stuff in a text message. We have actual proof that she said it.
Yeah.
And I get that her friend never saw that side of her, because why would she?
Yeah.
And someone like Donna is going to be extremely two-faced. She's going to try to be different around everybody to get what she wants.
Have you found her to be a hateful person?
Never.
Is she aggressive towards others?
Never.
Have you ever heard her threaten anyone?
Never.
This trial was so funny. And like, look, when I say funny and hilarious and how much I loved it, I'm laughing at the misery that the Adelsons are in right now as a family, and they deserve every inch of it, okay?
Yes.
Everything I'm laughing at is about someone in prison for murder, okay? So we're
not laughing at someone being murdered.
No.
We are laughing at how stupid this family is.
And how miserable they are in jail. Oh my God, Kate, when they showed the body cam footage of how Charlie Adelson, Maestro, mind you, the Maestro, how he's doing in prison. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, they show it. And he's losing his shit at a guard because they opened the door and stubbed his toe.
You hurt my foot. You hurt my foot.
And he's like, you're stupid. Get your lieutenant over here and I'll tell him how fucking stupid you are.
Here he is, berating a deputy for opening the cell door on his toe.
Congratulations. You open a hatch, there's someone standing here barefoot, you open a door into their toe?
Excuse me.
That was really stupid. Bring your lieutenant over, I'll tell him how stupid you are.
I feel like Charlie's adjusted to jail life. I think he's like used to it.
And the
now.
guard is like, yeah, hang on, let me go get him.
Yeah. It does make sense those doors would open inside, because if they opened out,
they rush out.
Somebody could. Yeah. The fucking idea that he's there barefoot, he stubbed his little toesy. I'm still laughing, Kate. This is like this. I love this so much that he's so miserable. I can't tell you. It is so delightful. And then we'll save Donna's meltdown, I suppose, for the end. Although she has a few.
She has a few.
Okay, I'm just going to look at my notes. I'm kind of like, we're all over the place because it is really just about this trial. Now, how much did you love? So the last we saw of Donna, she was getting arrested at the airport. And we loved this because,
At the
freaking gate.
For her one-way trip to Vietnam that she claims is an anniversary trip, just a vacation.
Yeah.
My husband and I were literally shocked and traumatized at what had happened to Charlie. It was his idea. He said, sweetheart, let's go. Just get away.
Because, when you book a trip abroad, it's usually just a one-way ticket.
Yeah.
No, it isn't. A lot of times they don't let you do it because you need to have like a visa if you plan on staying a while.
Oh, yeah, good point. Well, what's funny is their argument against that in the new footage from her trial was that best friend of hers was like, oh, she was coming back, but because she had to go to a bat mitzvah of one of the kids, or a bar mitzvah for one of Dan's kids. So she would definitely come back. And to which I would say, it was a one-way ticket.
It's on my ticket.
You busted. You busted.
You busted.
I'm sorry. You didn't. It was weeks away, and she did not have a return ticket, so that doesn't count either. That doesn't work.
And don't we have phone call recordings of her talking about going somewhere without extradition?
And I think we heard a little bit more of that in this, because I don't remember her also saying, like, we checked China, we can go. She started listing places that she could go, and she was like, but based on extradition.
Yeah.
Like, you don't talk about that when you're just planning a trip to get away from the trial.
No. And
like that
and obviously Vietnam is the better choice because your money goes a lot further. They could be living in the lap of luxury with not a care in the world. But that didn't happen.
No.
I was thinking how funny it would be if her husband got on the plane anyway. And he's like, well, I'm getting out of here because they could maybe indict me eventually.
Harvey, utterly helpless to do anything.
Harvey was sent home without being charged.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he had anything to do with it, but if we're talking about like finances moving around, it all came from his accounts or the business's accounts. So like he could be indicted somewhere down the line.
He could, and
the prosecutor kind of hinted that she wasn't done.
Well, yeah.
Do we need to stay tuned?
Stay tuned.
I mean, you can stay tuned.
Yeah. Now, the funny thing with Harvey is that's the name of the husband, right?
Harv.
He's ride or die Donna, because he's at the end of this trial. I say we wait to talk about that, but he's not ditching Donna. He's in 100%. I feel he's as delusional as the rest of them.
Insane.
Oh.
So I'm surprised he didn't get on that plane.
So as soon as she's arrested, when they throw her in the back of a van, we could see her there shaking in her little boots. I loved it.
Shaking. But it seemed kind of fake. It didn't seem like she was having a panic attack. It seemed like she was putting on.
You know what? I think she is so ill-equipped to go to prison. I thought it was real shakes. I think she is scared out of her mind, I thought. And then when we first see her in jail, when they're talking about when they arrested her and she wants to get bail, right? Because she wants to bounce out of there. Now, paint us a picture of what Donna looked like coming into prison. What was her main complaint about jail, Kate? This is something we talk about a lot.
Was this when she said that she was being threatened?
No.
And that she had to buy someone commissary?
And she said, unless you want those pretty white teeth knocked out of your mouth, you're going to buy me commissary.
That was there too, but her first thing was, you've got to let me out of here. The food sucks. It's all carbs. I've put on 1/3 of my body weight. She's pissed because she got thicker or she put on weight.
And they're like, ma'am, this is not a Four Seasons, it's prison.
Miss Adelson has complained about the jail being too loud. The food is not good, but she is in jail. It's not the Four Seasons.
It's like, sorry, lady, you're in jail.
You're in prison. That's what it's like. Also, she could afford to put on a few pounds. She was like 80 pounds. I mean, classic boomer mom who eats like a bird and then is so concerned with counting calories. It's so annoying.
Yeah, I know. And that's why, like, I would never, in other cases, make fun of someone because they gained weight in prison and they're complaining about it. Because she looks noticeably heavier, but it's like we're saying, she just looks healthier now.
She looks normal.
Yeah, and for her to say that...
Before, she looked so tiny.
Yeah, and for this to be her reason why she deserves bail, and when she said it was all carbs, I was like, my God, you're talking about prison, lady. Like,
I've gained more than 1/3 of my body weight here. The diet is all carbs, no protein, and we have had no exercise at all.
She is so clueless up there too. When she is refusing to say things, like she does not know how she comes across at all.
No.
Right?
When she was debating whether or not she should take the stand,
oh,
it's like, dude, you're sinking yourself right now.
That was so
You
good.
need to be confident in either choice, and you are not.
Yeah. So this is at the end, and it's the judge asked, I don't know if they do this in every trial, but the judge is like, Donna or Miss Adelson, have you decided whether or not you want to testify? And she tries to say, oh, I haven't figured it out yet. And the guy's like, you've had months. Okay.
You've been sitting here listening to your own trial,
and in jail.
Sink or swim. Better get off the pot.
This is the moment, lady.
Yeah.
Like, sorry. And she was like trying to refuse. Like, what did she want? Like a week recess to talk it over?
What did she think the outcome of that was going to be? The judge be like, yeah, I can see it's a hard choice. Let's think on it. And while we're thinking on it, we'll let you out.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Yeah, I know.
Have you made a decision concerning this matter?
I haven't. I'm not prepared to make that decision. This decision affects the rest of my life. I was hoping I would have some time to speak to my attorney.
This has already been discussed, ma'am. What is your choice?
So stupid. So we knew going in Donna's guilty as hell. And now here's some added stuff that we found out that just sinks her ship even more. We find out that in her calendar, her handwritten calendar book she has, was Dan's car model and license plate number. Now, this was 2 years after they split. Why would she need her daughter's ex-husband's license plate, if not to give to someone to find him?
Yeah, she needed her minions to go trail him. Yeah.
And then we see Katie again. Now, here's what's funny. One, Katie looked better than she did the last time she was brought from prison to testify. And then we talked to Donna's jail daughter, as she calls her, and she was thin as hell too. So I want to go, Donna, ask these ladies for some tips, because they're making it work in there with all those carbs. What do you think? What do you think?
I don't think she's getting her steps in.
No.
I think she's too scared to leave her cell.
Yeah.
So she's not going out into the yard.
Oh, it's so delightful. It's so delightful. But Katie testifies again, and this was a new touch that I didn't know about, is there's proof, there's a text that she said outside your house to Charlie, the maestro. And this was proof that she was there simply to drop off money to pay off Katie and her killer boyfriend and stuff, right?
In court, they showed the jury this text message from Donna to her son Charlie earlier that night. Just 3 words, outside your house.
And what was the odd detail about this money that she got? Do you remember?
Oh my God. This woman literally washed the money with like soap and water.
The money was damp.
And this was odd. The money was damp.
Sure was damp today because
like,
we washed money.
Did she think that's what washing money meant? Because it will remove fingerprints, but they're not really looking for fingerprints on money. That's not usually a thing. This woman really thinks that is how you launder money. This is like little kid logic.
Yeah. I mean, that is super silly and dumb. I would rather that be what she was thinking than her fingerprint thing. Because I'm going, look, money, you didn't get that fresh printed from the bank.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of fingerprints on that money. And also, did you take it out with gloves on or what?
Right.
Like, what was her plan? Do you think she wore gloves when she put it in bags?
And also, it's changed hands. By the time anyone would have found it, it would have changed hands so many times. Like, the idiots who they paid didn't even have that money for very long. They spent it immediately.
On matching motorcycles. Let's not forget.
On motorcycles. So it's like, there's no way to find that money.
His mom washed the money.
But she physically washed the money?
Yes, ma'am.
So dumb.
She washed the money.
That really shook me. That was another belly laugh for me. Because it's just like, what?
Oh, yeah.
What? She washed it. Oh my God. And then, okay, now, this was awesome. We did meet someone that we knew about because he was featured in the family photo from the Wheel of Fortune.
Yes.
But the prosecution had a bomb drop of a witness. And who comes to the stand, Kate? Who was it?
The oldest Adelson boy who we'd
Rob.
never seen before, Rob.
Yeah. Who is estranged from them since the murder.
Yeah.
Which is very telling as well.
Which means he's the only good guy in the family.
Yeah. And Dan's dad, God bless him, is interviewed again. And he says as much. Like, I'm glad there was at least one Adelson who could see through Donna's BS.
I think the story was very, very important. Took unbelievable guts.
Because do you remember what Rob says on the stand? Like, he's treating this like, oh my God, there's a murder in the family. What happened? And do you remember what Donna says to him about this? When the news about the murder was first released, he called up his mom and said, oh my God, what happened? And she said, I don't know. I don't care. It's got nothing to do with me. Interesting.
Which usually means it has everything to do with me and I know all about it.
Yeah. Yes.
And I said, what do you guys think happened? And she had said, I don't know and I don't care. It doesn't concern me.
And then when they found out that they arrested the guys, he tried to call his mom and say like, hey, they arrested Tito and Tato or whatever their names were. Silence. He says it 3 times. And then she just says, I got to go, and hangs up. That's the last time they spoke.
Ever.
So it's very telling.
And then we hear, so when was it that we heard, was she talking to the other son and said, oh, Rob doesn't know anything?
Oh, well, no, she called Rob and said, look, the cops are going to come talk to you. Don't you say a word to him. And Rob says, Mom, they already came to me and I already talked.
Oh,
That's when she says, it doesn't matter. You don't know anything anyway.
She said, oh, well, you don't know anything anyway.
Anything about what, Donna? You mean the murder that you're behind?
That you paid for?
Yeah. Oh my God. That you don't know anything anyway. What a dummy. So this jail daughter they bring to the stand, Drea Bernhard, they have footage of them in like the center area at the tables that have like a checkerboard drawn into the table, which I love.
I thought that was so cool that they have footage of internal jail operations.
Yeah, and they're off to the side, but you could see that she literally wrote out a script for Drea to memorize because it's not like she wanted her to have Katie killed, but this Drea woman had been in prison with Katie previously, and so she wanted her to lie on the stand and make it sound like this was all Katie's idea and she had nothing to do with it. Mm-hmm. And she hand wrote a script to give to her to memorize.
Why would you need to write out a script? You just tell her the bullet points. Say Katie confided in you and said it was her idea. Don't write down your crimes.
Kate's number one rule. Don't write them down.
Don't do it. And she did it so many times in this.
Yeah, it speaks to how clueless she is about the real world. And I don't know, you should never, ever, 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 ever trust a prisoner that you're talking to in jail, because whatever you tell them, they could use to reduce their sentence. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not coming after prisoners saying they're shady people. I'm just saying you just don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
In there.
And
okay, trust your lawyer. That's it.
I don't think that's coming after them either, because of course they're going to use an opportunity to tell the truth to reduce their sentence. They're doing a good thing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
By telling people what this person is up to.
Yeah, and to have that proof of it being written, like usually what we hear is the defense go, you have your own motive to want to say this, don't you? Like, this will be good for you or whatever. Mm-hmm. And you can't really say that in that case because she did it. She's not lying. We know because here's something written in Donna's handwriting where she says, here, say these exact words about Katie.
Yeah, it's a different jailhouse snitch situation. It's like, no, this actually has evidence that supports it.
The cellmate testified how Donna even drafted this handwritten script, spelling out exactly what she should say in court, and suggested she memorize it.
Well, hey, what'd you think of my girl Koppelman? I was so pumped to see her back at it. You weren't impressed with her last time.
I still wasn't, anymore? But I'm happy for you.
Come on, this was from the first step, but when she was saying, when Wendy's on the stand and she's like, okay, but you suggested that your brother might have killed your husband. And she's going, like making these faces and stuff at Wendy.
While I was talking with law enforcement for 6 hours, terrified out of my mind, I offered them every possible idea I could come up with.
Right, and one of the possible ideas was that your brother could have murdered your child's father.
I loved it. At the end, last trial, when Charlie was guilty, they said, like, what about Donna and Wendy? And she said, stay tuned. We loved it. Mm-hmm. Clearly, the press loved it because they were queuing her. They're queuing her up again? Keying her up again? Mm-hmm. What am I trying to say?
Both.
Queuing? Okay. They were trying to, like, set her up to say it again, and they kind of forced it. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this for Koppelman because I see stuff like this. This happened to my boy Denny Hamlin, a NASCAR, where he had a catchphrase, I beat your favorite driver. Ugh. And then when he won another race, they queued him up to say that again. And it's like, stop.
He'll say it when he wants to say it.
And he said it once. Now it's a catchphrase. If you make him say it again, it makes it lame.
Yes.
And that's my point here, where they're like, should we stay tuned? Do you think? And I want to be like, shut up. Shut up. Anyway.
And she kind of was like, yeah.
Do we need to stay tuned?
Stay tuned.
You can stay tuned.
I don't know what they have on Wendy that there's going to be another trial. Like, we need somebody to flip it. Like, would Charlie flip? So last step, we were saying there's no way that Donna does not flip on Wendy in order to save her butt, but she didn't do it.
Yeah, Wendy might be completely oblivious to all of this. I highly doubt it, but there just may not be any evidence or proof to indict her for it. I mean,
the only way there is if Charlie or Donna flip on her, which is what we're waiting for, but it hasn't happened so far. And I mean, both Donna and Charlie are sentenced life in prison without parole. I mean, they both got the worst case scenario for that.
I feel like if it was going to happen, it would have happened already.
Yeah.
Because they would have used that as part of their own defense.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. Here's what I'm thinking. Donna puts on a few more LBs. She starts really losing it. Okay. She's too thick for her own good, she says. Wendy is finally on trial. The prosecutor comes to her with a sweetheart deal and says, if you tell the truth, so-and-so and so-and-so, just tell us what you know. We might be able to get something there. Because her lawyer, who I thought sucked, by the way, and she was so proud of herself when she said, she's a meddler, not a murderer. She was patting her back while she was saying that line. I was like, it's not as cool as you think, lady. It's not as cool as you think.
She's just being a parent, not a killer. She's a meddler, not a murderer.
But she even says there are two Adelsons that there might be proof did this, but not Donna. They go, you could talk to Charlie about this or Wendy, but Donna's not in any of the planning or whatever. Do you remember when she said that?
Yes, which is a lie.
Yeah. But that tells me that maybe she is open to flipping on Wendy.
Maybe.
Because we knew from her calls to Charlie in prison when he kept saying Dateline 30 times, we know that she was trying to get Wendy to come over for the codes before they went on vacation forever. And it was just, these two. Okay. So she's found guilty. How quick was another, Charlie, it was 3 hours. Was Donna quick as well? I forget how long
I
they
thought
took.
It was also about 3 hours. Yeah.
It was something crazy. Because it's like, there's no way. Sorry.
No, they all they're unanimous, and they knew it going into the recess, and they just were like ordering lunch. That's what took 3 hours.
Yeah.
We, the jury, find the defendant is guilty of first-degree murder.
And the way that Charlie reacted to his verdict and the way that Donna reacted, I think these fools thought that they were going to be not guilty. They both reacted shocked.
She yelled out, "No!"
Yeah, he mouthed no, but she lost it, and the judge had to go, Miss Adelson, we've been over this. And she was, oh no.
Mrs. Adelson, control yourself.
And what happened? No tears. She was sobbing.
Yeah.
With no tears, which is my biggest thing.
That's your biggest thing. And I loved it when the author was saying that.
But the funny part, she didn't have a single tear rolling down her cheeks. There is something purely evil inside that woman.
That's like the Kateline line in the sand. It's like, okay, are we seeing real waterworks? Oh, we're not? Guilty. I think it's pretty good. Because there were no tears, and she was really going like,
and during her statement.
Okay. Now
Nothing.
So she's guilty, right? Then it's time for sentencing. And the lulz, they're not done rolling in because now is when we get statements read. Now we hear from old Harv himself. What does Harv have to say about this whole proceedings? He comes after the prosecution and the judge.
And I could not help but scream in my mind. A biased judge and jury were influenced by years of one-sided news pieces and social media.
Dr. Ms. Fulford, this has nothing to do with the character of the defendant.
These people have never watched a crime show in their lives.
No, never, not once. Never.
He said the exact opposite thing he should be saying to the judge.
Yeah, he's coming after the judge. Do you not know what the point of this is? You're supposed to talk about how she's a wonderful grandmother and deserves to be no.
The judge is obviously going to throw away the key.
Yeah, and then Donna gets up there, same thing. She's just protesting her innocence, and the guy's going, that's not the point of this.
It's so pathetic.
Where is the evidence before July 18th, 2014 at 10:50 in the morning?
Before you continue, Mrs. Adelson, you certainly can continue. However, the court can take into consideration the utter lack of remorse that you are displaying.
Donna wasn't done with her denials, not by a long shot.
These are people who have never not gotten their way their entire lives.
Yeah, absolutely. Or if they didn't get their way, I feel like they could spin it in their heads and walk away and not deal with it. This is them having to deal with the fact that they're wrong and they lost.
Yeah, I think they're also used to bullying people into doing what they want. Like they thought that they were going to insult the judge so much that she was just going to get time served?
Yeah, like what did they think would be the outcome? The judge is going to go, you know what, you're right, this was biased. My B.
Yeah, you're right, I suck.
Let's go ahead and do this again. Yeah, to a judge. Oh my God.
It's so stupid.
One thing, it was interesting, so we heard all the tapes again, the Dolce Vita tapes, the calls from prison, and there was the one where the famous bump where she's talking to the undercover FBI guy. And now,
I want to let you know that my brother, he's incarcerated.
Watching this again, I don't think I mentioned this in the first episode. If I were Donna and the guy said, hey, my brother's incarcerated, that'd been my first telltale sign. This guy's an undercover cop. Because don't you think that if someone had a brother in prison, they'd say he's locked up, or they'd say that
he's in lockup.
The name of the prison he's at. Like, he wouldn't say he's incarcerated.
No, you'd say he's up at San Quentin or
whatever. Yeah.
He's inside.
So, I mean, but she fell for it. But they argue that she didn't fall for it. And then they have a new tape. This is what the defense brought to the table. Conveniently enough, Donna recorded her own phone call with the FBI guys. And she's out there going, I didn't have anything to do with this murder. I don't know what you're talking about. It's like so clearly her trying to plant her alibi.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like when her and her dumb son, Charlie, realized that these are undercover agents. They're like, okay, well, I'm going to call so that I say stuff that'll help me out.
Dumbasses.
You know, you're saying everyone knows. I know I lost my ex-son-in-law. I did not have anything to do with it. It isn't me.
So MURPHDOG didn't have too many opportunities to MURPHDOG it up, but he did a little, the cui bono, which is like Latin for who benefited.
To me, the step back point comes back to the old Latin phrase cui bono. Right. Who benefited from this awful thing?
My notes say, who benefited, says the dog. Good notes. I'm just glad the dog's back in our life, you know?
Totally.
Loving it.
You think he'll do a talking Dateline?
They said he was on it. I mean, Luster said he would be on it at the end of this app.
Okay, that's even more proof that he is back.
I hear you, but I need a standalone new app to call it officially, I think.
What?
What do you mean?
This is not calling it officially?
He had done the pod a few times last year. He was part of the crew when they did their little crime con thing in August. I'm not debating that. My issue, he was never given another episode. Like, he's not part of the show anymore. And I still think this one, this proves it the most. And hell, I read the poem at the beginning, okay? The dog is back. But if he didn't already have this case, I'm not sure he would have been. He's back, but I want him to have his own fresh from the jump. Because I think he did 2 additional interviews for the last 30. I mean, we didn't get anything of him walking around, looking at stuff, you know? We didn't get a fun setup.
You're right.
Or like him to like really drive it home where this camera was in the back of the alley. You know, the classic MURPHDOG stuff we want. He didn't really have a lot of room for that to happen.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of dogisms in this.
He couldn't. I don't think he could. I know for sure that they just reused the first step because they did you know who else likes cliffhangers? We do. And we loved that last time. It was still in this app.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, okay.
But before we get there, I like cliffhangers.
So do we.
But yeah, I mean, I think it was great to see him again. I took the screenshots. I guess he looked a year and a half older, but it didn't look like he was like post-illness or something.
No. He looked the same, if not slightly older.
Just a touch. Like his hair was a little wavy and maybe a touch of gray here or there that wasn't previously. But I mean, he still looked like the dog.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we see him again. But I think it's time we go to those lists.
Now, are these lists different than they were the last time?
We're not talking about the first hour. We're only talking about the new thing. And there's list items that happened in that new 30, Kate.
Really?
Yeah.
Kate's unnamed list. Well, then I didn't pick up on them. I mean, obviously there's a Florida connection, that's
one.
And there's the Prius, but I think those were in the last time we did this, so.
Correct. But the prosecutors believed they had the final piece of the puzzle.
Prosecutors believe they had the final pieces of the puzzle.
There was a puzzle mention about the Donna trial, Kate.
Well, you know how I'd be missing those.
Yeah, I do. All right, well, so that's one thing. Kick-ass list.
Kick-ass list.
And then this is interesting. They said mic drop moment for the prosecution.
What does she write in the script? Extort. Underlined.
It was a mic drop moment for the prosecution.
Does that fall into my aha moment or light bulb moment? That's more talking detectives. Does mic drop moment, is that equivalent to a light bulb moment or an aha moment? Do I count it or no?
I think you should count it.
Okay. It's on there. Total mic drop moment. Okay, so this cui bono business, who benefits? Here's the most bummer thing about this whole case. Because Dan Markel's dad, he gets up there to do a victim statement. And he asks Donna, was it worth it?
My only short question to Donna, was it worth it?
And part of Donna would say yes, because my daughter now has sole custody of her kids. and they changed their names and everything, and they're not going to have anything to do with you. I mean, that's the bummer here, right? Is that Wendy now gets to keep these fucking kids.
And he'll never see them again.
No, they had limited contact. And then the last time that they were together, he said, hey, wouldn't it be nice if the boys could come out to Canada to see their dad's resting place and to see where he's from? And Wendy's words were, that's never going to happen.
And she said that'll never happen.
Never happen.
That's what she said to me.
Which is my shorthand for you knew about this and you're happy about it. I think if she was not involved with this murder, she would not be opposed to the grandparents being around, especially because grandma is in jail. There's a spot for a grandma to be in the world.
True, and they're Canadian. It's not like they're going to be around all the time.
Yeah. And they had a thing called the grandma motion because Dan was taking her to court to have Donna, the grandmother, her access limited to the kids, because when the kids would go hang out with grandma, they'd come back saying, hey, grandma says you're dumb and stupid and you don't know what you're talking about. That's literally, and that she hates you.
That grandma says that you're stupid. Grandma says that she hates you.
And so Dan was trying to get the court to weigh in and say you're not allowed to be around him anymore. And again, they brought up that stupid banana bread thing.
I was going to say, but Kurt, she baked him his favorite banana bread. I'm surprised she didn't poison it.
I know. And that was her proof that 7 days before the murder, she made him her perfect banana bread with no nuts, but add chocolate chip. And I wanted to be like, well, that I could see as her doing with a sense of irony of like, enjoy your last baked good, or she'd spit in there or something. It doesn't say to me, oh God, you're right. She did love him.
No.
Not buying it. Anyway, that's it for my list. There were a few in the app, but again, I say go back to the old one for that fun stuff. Oh, what a roller coaster this was when I saw the friggin'... First I see the thumbnail and I see Markel's face and I'm going, oh my God, an update. And then I said, uh-oh, I remember who did this case.
Yep.
Oh!
Here's Dennis Murphy.
God, it was good. Oh, it was funny because the name of the episode was Deadly Mischief.
Deadly Mischief.
Now, this is referencing the final answer on Wheel of Fortune from back in the 80s was Mischief Maker.
Mischief Maker.
Mischief Maker.
Yeah, that's it.
And oh, what fatal mischief Donna Adelson would make.
Now, again, I say, what? Dateline, why you gotta be putting Deadly in every title? Like, you could have said the trial of the Mischief Maker or something. Like, you could have had so much fun with this. But Deadly Mischief? Give me a break.
It's not the most creative, Murph.
No. Part of me suspects they do this for some SEO bull reason.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. It's like, look, I know I'm with you. We put Deadly in there, though, because it's got to be. Or else it won't show up in search results or something.
It's like how movies that have wedding in the title always do better in the box office, apparently.
Oh, really?
Because people want to see something with a wedding.
That's funny. I mean, look, that's like when we were talking about how Esquire articles for women had to have 4 things. It was like dog, Oldsmobile, marriage, or like it was stuff like that where it's like...
It was Red Book.
Yeah, that's it. It was Red Book. Oh, so funny. All right, well, that brings us to the end here. Now, obviously, we know we're still watching Datelines. I'm still feeling good about our position. Like, there's the few that we haven't covered have not been barnstormers.
No.
So we'll keep watching. And again, look, the second MURPHDOG gets his own standalone, fresh
We're
app,
on it.
we will be on it 1,000%. Now, I want the whole heads to weigh in. Is this a proper return? How do you feel about it? Yeah. But also, just super dope that he's back. So, that's it. You got anything else to add, Kateline?
Nah.
Well, on that note, I'm Kurt Money.
I'm Kateline.
Hey, yippee-I-O.